Hello and welcome to your monthly dose of video inspiration. This week we have an extra special guest.
Hello!
It's Dina! Shall we go on with the first video?
Yes, let's do it.
So our best interview this month is called Mather and it's by a channel called Eyes and Ears.
It's variation that's the key. It's variation that makes it interesting.
When I first watched it, I was really confused. And to be honest, I didn't think it was good till I got till the end.
Yeah. And then like the whole concept kind of comes together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same. Because I was like, it's just like almost messy at the beginning and there's so much happening.
We all know that like everyone can make videos now because phones are really good for that and blah, blah, blah. And kind of the default reaction for everyone is to just do like talking heads interviews. So I really like this concept of how can we reinvent the interview, which this does so well.
Yeah. So the line at the end of the video is they say, variations within the constant rhythm that make it exciting, and they're relating it to motherhood and also drumming and music. And I picked up on how they kind of kept that constant throughout all of the video. So like with the editing, half of it was done kind of with a film camera and then and it was in color, and then the other half was in black and white. And like little things like that, like keeping the contrast and the variations, and like that's why it feels like such a mess at the beginning, because it's like a constant rhythm but the variations, and I just thought someone's worked on that.
That is very clever. I did not pick up on that, but now on reflection, I'm just like, that's very smart.
Yeah, and it's when you just watch a video over and over and over, just sat there like, maybe they did. I mean, they may not have done it on purpose at all.
No, they must have done it on purpose.
But I feel like it's a good idea. So our best commercial this month is for Apple TV, and it's called The Storytellers Behind Apple TV.
Want me to help you find your opening? Well, I would do this. I would start with a black screen, and I would put a little speck of light in the center of the black screen. I'll have the light grow in intensity, and then like the Big Bang, it explodes.
Just that in itself is like such a good entrance to a video, right?
So how can we get Steven Spielberg in all of our videos?
I know, right? Pretty much. I wonder what would happen if in our Money 2020 interviews we were like, how would you start a video? And whether they would be like a very small coin in the center of the screen and then lots of fintech things. I'm not really sure how they would go about that. That could be an interesting concept though.
The characters, the people that are contributing, you feel like they're personally speaking to you.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of how it's filmed. So like looking straight at the camera, the really shallow depth of feel, like it's all really soft. But it's also, the interviewer is incredibly talented because he's gotten these people to like talk to him or her in a very like casual way. So I literally feel like Steven Spielberg is telling something to me like he would to his friend or his daughter or whatever. Yeah. Like it's so personal the way they're speaking and just like engaging with the audience. It's quite a long video in comparison to what we usually watch. But I was just so captivated by it. So I just like watched the whole thing and I didn't even realize it was like 6 minutes long. Getting somebody to watch something all the way through where they don't realize like that they're getting to the end, like tricking them into watching the whole thing. That's a very special skill.
Yeah, I think so too. I think a lot of it comes from going along with like that kind of story structure as well. I can put like a little graph in here of, I remember at uni they teach us like the structure of story and like the different points in a plot that like most generic stories use, and like you can mix things around, but like if it follows this structure, that's how like humans like to look at things.
You should definitely put that in.
And then we can... This one is our best video report and it's called The Way We Dress.
I did a whole collection inspired by my granny. She was always very well put together. And you can really see in the women, not just my granny, but all the women that we were looking at, instilled in them is the sense of pride of how you look and how you present yourself.
The world now and what's happening with fashion and all, like this fast fashion that's going on and this over consumerism, fashion has lost this romanticism. But actually, like when you speak to a designer or the people behind it, there is stories and meaning and ideas and memories that go into their collections, and why they got to where they got to is very personal.
Yeah.
And so I really love that they were able to capture that, because I think that's completely lost in how we consume fashion content now.
Yeah.
It's so interesting that watching a video about Simone Rocha's work and never at any point seeing Simone Rocha or her work.
Yeah.
But
You
it tells
get
so
the
much
idea,
about her.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just like proof of the, like, as long as your concept is strong and like the aim of your video is strong, you don't necessarily need the classic things that you might think that you need, or access to the places that you might think you need, and
Exactly.
so on.
Yeah. We are always so literal in the work that we do, but actually trying to be symbolic can at a lot of times give a lot more meaning and weight to the message that you're trying to put across.
For sure. I always find like if I'm watching a video and it's not being, and it's like the video is almost trusting me to come up with my own conclusion of what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm more involved and invested then, because if someone's just straight point telling you like, this is a video because we're selling this product, it's like, okay, great.
Exactly.
Whereas if you're going to make me work for it, like I'm going to want to buy it more, right?
Yeah. You're going to be more invested in it.
Yeah, exactly.
95, 95, 95.
95.
Ya va, a la radio me falta ahí.
Los manifesta y ens podem recordar.
Each thing is like a tiny little story about that second in time.
Yeah, and the combination of a still and the sound is just so unusual, which is what really captures your attention.
Yeah.
I like unusual things because there's so rarely nowadays that you see things that kind of go, wow, that's not really been done before. It's something that's really blown me away because I've never seen anything like that before. And it's really warm because it's not like overly polished or like it just feels really, I hate this word because I feel like it's such a marketing buzzword, authentic.
Yeah.
But it just
it is,
feels
yeah.
like, it's like this is genuinely his holiday.
Yeah.
But done in like a really cool and like smart way.
Exactly.
And we're so used to like taking photos all the time of everything. So it's not like anybody would have to go out of their way for it.
No, and it'd be so simple. You literally like take a picture, record a little bit on your phone, and you're good. Yeah, I love that one. So our channel of the month this month is a YouTuber called Will Derbyshire. It's like a video diary, but done in like a really unique way.
It is 2019 and I have just turned 26. I have blue eyes and freakishly long hands.
A very personal voiceover and just lingering shots when you really just kind of like look into his world for a moment.
Yeah. I mean, what really made me warm to it is just the frankness of it.
Yeah.
If this was overly produced, we wouldn't feel
No.
the feelings that we're having towards it if it was.
Exactly.
There's something really appealing about the rawness of videos. Like obviously there's production that's gone into that, but not a lot of production.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the other thing that I thought. So usually the channel of the month that we do is like a production company, but this is just one guy that's just made all of these like out of passion, like for just with one camera, like he's doing it by himself, and like it's a great piece of video. So I think his channel just really shows that you don't necessarily always need everything that you think you might need to produce something that's meaningful and impactful.
100%.
I think that's all of our videos this month.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for
I
coming
hope
on.
I'd be invited back again.
I think you will.
So if anybody wants to be on the show, please drop Charlotte a line.
Yes.
Her email is charlotte.tatham at Ascential.com.
We'll put it here and I'll put it in the description as well, so you can just click on it and email straight away. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next month.